How Kobe Bryant saved USA basketball. 2008 Redeem Team. When you think of USA basketball, three things come to mind: dominance, blowouts, and gold. USA basketball has been dominating for 70 years. They have 16 gold and unbeaten streaks. In 1982, they were at the top, and in 21st century are also unbeaten. Curious to know more? Now let's get deeper into this. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Remember to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to ensure you get all the updates. Let's start the video. In the primary 10 years of the 21st century, America persevered through unrest on different fronts. Following the overwhelming misfortune of 9/11, the country would likewise end up amidst battles in Iraq and Afghanistan, while a monetary emergency at home almost obliterated the real estate market. The weakness even streamed down to the U.S. men's ball group, and strong power during the fantasy group's long periods of wizardry: Jordan, Barkley, and Bird. Be that as it may, the NBA star-stuffed crew would lose its charm following falls at the 2002 FIBA Big Showdowns, where the Americans failed to Yugoslavia in the quarterfinals, and the fiasco at the 2004 Olympic Games in Athens, where they returned home with bronze. America required trust and motivation to accept once more, here and there, the court. Reclaim Group, another Netflix narrative that debuts on Friday, investigate the hardships of Group USA B-ball in the mid-2000s and the penances made making progress toward reclamation at the 2008 Olympics. John Weinbach, who magnificently investigated the 1997-98 Chicago Bulls in the honor-winning narrative The Last Dance, fills in as overseer of Reclaim Group, which highlights selective meetings from the late Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dwayne Swim, and mentor Mike Krzyzewski. There was a feeling that America was wavering. Weinbach says of America's general state of mind before the 2008 Olympics, there was not much of hopefulness on America's position on the planet. Those things add to a particular sort of air. Thus, when you have that air, you're searching for items that you can feel much better comparably in American. In American games, ball culture was holy. However, there was a second when even that was wavering. Bryant set the vibe for Group USA early when it came to playing in Beijing. In one of the early games against Spain, he followed Rudy Fernandez's course to behind the three-point line and saw Paul Gasol established in his way, setting a screen. Gasol had, as of late, been exchanged to the Lakers, and he and Bryant had arrived at the NBA Finals that season. While this was only a primer round game, Bryant conveyed a message regardless. He sent it with his shoulder, sending Gasol rambling onto the court. "He knows me, man," Bryant says. "I don't play, and for our purposes, it was vital to send that message. We had recently fallen off losing to the Celtics, and I needed to send Paul a message. Too, and this is the very thing you must do to bring home championships." Thus, it was somewhat of a double message, one for our group and USA, and dominating this match, winning this decoration. Yet, additionally, for Paul in understanding, this is the line you need to cross to be a hero. For LeBron James, the succession became one of his record-breaking most loved shows of Bryant's seriousness. It was perhaps the earliest play of the game. James told Cleveland.com in 2015, "I was like, this person's tied in with winning, and whoever he's playing for or who he's playing with by then." He truly failed to remember Paul was his colleague. He truly failed to remember that he was going to see him in like 3 weeks in LA, no doubt. It was insane. Group USA moved throughout the primer cycle, 5-0. The Americans beat Australia in the quarterfinals, 116-85, and Argentina in the elimination rounds, 101-81. In the gold decoration game, the U.S. confronted a Spain list brimming with NBA ability, including the Gasol siblings, Ricky Rubio, and others. Spain hassled the U.S. throughout the game, making Group USA's offense stale. Down the stretch, Gasol carried Spain to inside a pale of tying the score at 91. The show was sufficient to provoke Colangelo's nerves. He moved down the stairs to watch the game from the side of the field. Bryant replied with a crate, and followed with help on both a Deron Williams three-pointer and a Dwight Howard dunk. Yet Spain energized, shutting the game to inside 5 places. On the left wing, Bryant poked against Fernandez before ascending for a three-pointer. Authorities called Fernandez for a foul as the ball whistled through the net. Another three-pointer from Swim shut the entryway, and Group USA won 118-107. It was loads of tomfoolery, Kid says. Those folks celebrated. James embraced red. Swim highlighted the sky. Bryant turned and showed respect to the group. I feel that the excursion, I think becoming companions, partners, seeing each other better, I thought the festival was extraordinary a while later, Kid says. Furthermore, I think there was much more regard for each other, as b-ball players as well as personally. The Lakers continued to come out on top for titles every one of the following 2 years. After 4 years, the US guaranteed one more gold award in London. Yet, what the Reclaim Group did in 2008 remained part of the norm, and to a great extent, due to Bryant. He had the option to be an alpha canine in a group of alpha canines. However, he likewise gained some significant experience from his companions. I think for LeBron, he profited from Kobe, and I think the other way around, Kid says. I figure you can take a gander at Kobe, and everyone improved. Everyone had extraordinary years that following year. Melo, Chris Paul, those folks got better seeing Kobe in that light, and LeBron. Colangelo looks affectionately at what the Recover Group achieved. One of my incredible delights was watching him during the time with USA Ball. How he emerged, he says. He was an alternate person, basically insight-wise. He drove. That's how he fit in. It was unique. Assuming anybody had seen or known Kobe in his Laker days before all the Olympic stuff, that was a certain something, Colangelo adds. I think the Olympic experience gave individuals an alternate assessment and perspective about Kobe, and I think the experience helped Kobe proceed. In any case, the expansion of Bryant would end up being the most excellent X-figure in a group in desperate need of storage space authority. He set a model through activities as opposed to words. When colleagues tried to depressurize by branching out on the Las Vegas Strip, Bryant stayed at the inn, working out until the early morning. At first, the solitary individual of the group, Bryant, would ultimately stand apart as the head of the pack. Code was less known to many of his colleagues when he joined Group USA, says Weinbach. So the model he set was the hard-working attitude. It's embodied in the narrative of him being up at 4.35 in the first part of the day and working out as these folks returned from the club. It was an evident model. Furthermore, it just put off something else altogether of magic into high gear. Bryant also grabbed his colleague's eye by establishing the vibe in significant games during their race to the 2008 Gold Award. Before hinting against a profound Spanish group that highlighted NBA players like the Gasol siblings, Ricky Rubio, Jose Calderon, and Juan Carlos Navarro, Bryant sent a furious message. He told the storage space that he would be going through Paul Gasol, his Lakers colleague at that point, on the primary play. Running at max throttle, Bryant collided with Gasol's chest, thumping the 7-footer to the ground. He set the case of, "This is how you got to work assuming you will play with me." And that's what they answered, Weinbach says. Past the players and mentors, Reclaim Group addresses how the gold decoration finished a circle for some. Doug Collins, an individual from Group USA 1972, experienced a deplorable misfortune to the USR in Munich at the level of the virus war. The most recent 3 seconds of that game were replayed multiple times until the Soviet group left successfully. Collins filled in as a games reporter during Group USA's 2008 games, and his child, Chris Collins, functioned as a scout in the group. There's a snapshot of just following the 2008 gold decoration triumph as Group USA players honor Collins, expecting to give a little comfort to the 1972 loss that kept on stinging many years after the fact. From Weinbach's perspective, the Recover Group fills in as a representation of how America tracked down its direction following a period of commotion here and there in the court. There is this sorcery to group building, he says. Folks of this level don't indeed have anything to acquire from experience except the distinction of playing for the US and for one another. On the off chance that they can make it happen, what does that say regarding our capacity to meet up on different things? This is a truly extraordinary preview of group building, and these folks own circular segments generally combined together in one occasion. The feeling of the excursion, individuals can interface with that regardless of whether you're not a b-ball fan. What's more, if you are a ball fan, ideally, you're partaking in all of the humankind of the meetings. This is it, everyone. So, what do you think? Leave a comment and let us know. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you still need to. Also, put on the notifications because the following video is going to be a great one.